It is very hard for archaeologists to explain how that was done using purely leverage and mechanical advantage. You can say, oh, perhaps they built a ramp and hauled the stones up the ramp.
How could a civilization thousands of years ago move granite blocks weighing over 100 tons with such astounding precision? What if ancient Egypt was not just a society of tomb builders, but the inheritor of a lost civilization that mastered technologies far beyond what we expect? Beneath the desert sands and towering pyramids lie secrets that defy conventional explanations, from underground water systems that refuse to dry up, to artifacts resembling modern machines, and even hints at early electrical knowledge. Prepare to journey into a world where history as we know it might only be the surface of a far greater story. The Ossuran, mystery underground temple. Hidden beneath the sands of Abydos lies the Ossuran, an underground temple that invites more questions than answers. Unlike other Egyptian temples decorated lavishly with hieroglyphs and art, the Ossuran is strikingly devoid of inscriptions or obvious symbolism. Its massive granite blocks, some weighing as much as 100 tons, are fitted together with incredible precision, suggesting construction techniques far surpassing what we typically associate with ancient Egypt. This lack of decoration and apparent age irritates traditional chronologies, hinting at a far older, perhaps forgotten civilization connected to these stones. The temple's construction is a marvel on its own. These colossal granite blocks were transported from quarries over 200 miles away in Aswan, an extraordinary logistical feat, even by today's standards. How the ancient builders managed to move and place these massive stones so accurately continues to baffle experts. Were there technologies or methods that have since been lost? If so, what secrets of engineering and energy might they have possessed? Adding to the mystery is the continuous flow of water inside the Ossuran's chambers. Attempts to pump out this water have failed, as it inexplicably returns. Hydrological studies reveal the water here has a unique chemical signature, different from the surrounding groundwater. This anomaly suggests hidden chambers or channels beneath the temple, potentially connected to a secret water source not yet fully explored. Some scholars speculate that the Ossuran was not just a temple, but perhaps a center for advanced spiritual or technological practices. Others propose it might be a repository of ancient wisdom, carefully concealed through time. If this theory holds, the temple's mystery could point to knowledge far beyond conventional understanding, locked away beneath the desert to be rediscovered. The absence of hieroglyphs leaves us without written clues, making the Ossuran an enigma wrapped in silence. Conventional Egyptology is challenged by what cannot be explained through known artifacts or texts. This silence has fueled speculation that the structure predates the dynastic periods, possibly belonging to a civilization whose story is mostly lost. Could the Ossuran be a testament to an advanced people who influenced later Egyptian culture? Technological questions loom large when considering both the temple's scale and architectural precision. The builders not only cut, but polished granite with a skill some argue is better than what Bronze Age tools should allow. This raises further questions. Did they use simple tools, or did advanced machinery, or perhaps even techniques lost to history, play a role? The answers remain elusive, coaxed out only by persistent study and modern technology. One of the most compelling aspects is how the Ossuran defies easy categorization. It doesn't fit the typical mold of known Egyptian construction, both in design and purpose. Its distant quarry origin and subterranean placement hint at functions beyond mere ritual, possibly linked to energy, water management, or other forgotten technologies. Whatever its intent, the Ossuran forces us to reconsider the timeline and capabilities of those who created it. This temple sets the stage for deeper exploration into Egypt's ancient secrets, a reminder that beneath familiar sands lie layers of history still hiding their true stories. The technologies behind such creations may revolutionize our understanding of ancient civilizations once we uncover more. From here, the mysteries expand upward to the towering giant of Egypt's landscape, the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid Power Theory. The Great Pyramid of Giza rises 481 feet above the desert, an awe-inspiring monument etched into human history. Traditionally seen as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, its precise construction and enigmatic interior sparked theories that it was far more than a royal resting place. Some researchers suggest it was an advanced technological marvel designed to harness and distribute energy on a scale unimaginable for its time. The scale of the pyramid's precision is staggering. Its base covers 13 acres, each side measuring 756 feet, almost perfectly squared, with deviations less than 0.1%. Such exactness, especially using primitive tools, is difficult to reconcile with mainstream explanations. Combined with its unique internal passageways and chambers, these features have led some to propose that the pyramid functioned as a massive capacitor or energy generator. Adding weight to this idea is the varied use of materials inside the structure. Large granite beams weighing up to 70 tons, known for their conductivity, contrast with polished limestone lining the chambers, thought to act as insulators. This blend suggests deliberate engineering to channel and store energy rather than simply build a tomb. It hints at knowledge of electrical principles and materials science rarely attributed to ancient builders. Further intrigue arises when considering the pyramid's subterranean network. Researchers have found tunnels and chambers potentially connected to water channels originating from the Nile River. Some hypothesize these tunnels formed a hydraulic system capable of generating energy through water flow, similar to early turbines or pumps. Such a connection would reflect an integrated energy system far ahead of its time. The pyramid's location and alignment add another layer to its possible function. Positioned on a powerful geological vortex of electromagnetic energy and precisely aligned to the cardinal directions, it might have been purposefully placed to harness Earth's natural forces. This alignment could have allowed the structure to amplify and control energy currents, creating a central node in a larger energy network. Despite these possibilities, the Great Pyramid remains shrouded in mystery. Conventional archaeology prioritizes burial and religious functions while sidelining energy theories as speculative. Yet, the engineering anomalies and material choices beg further investigation into what ancient Egyptians might have truly understood about physics and power. If the Great Pyramid was indeed a power generator, it casts a new light on other ancient Egyptian structures. Were they parts of a broader system? Did these monuments serve practical, technological purposes alongside religious or cultural significance? These questions invite us to reconsider the purpose of other enigmatic constructions. From the mysterious pyramids, our focus extends to towering stone monuments that break the horizon, the obelisks. Their grandeur and precision hint at a sophisticated role that goes beyond mere symbolism. Obelisks as energy transmitters. Egyptian obelisks, carved from single granite blocks reaching heights of 100 feet or more, have long been admired for their artistic beauty and precise craftsmanship. Traditionally linked to sun worship and commemorations, some researchers propose obelisks played a far more practical role, as components of an ancient energy grid capable of generating and transmitting power. These monoliths are engineering masterpieces. The largest, such as the Lateran obelisk now in Rome, weighs around 455 tons. Transporting and erecting such giants would have required advanced knowledge and tools. While sleds and rollers explain part of the process, some speculate that more sophisticated methods, like acoustic levitation or even anti-gravity techniques, could have been employed. The alignment of obelisks is revealing. Most are oriented precisely to cardinal points and often positioned on sites known for energetic vortexes or natural electromagnetic activity. Combined with their use of conductive materials, like gold and copper inlays. This suggests that they could have functioned as antennas or transmission towers, dispersing energy captured or generated elsewhere. Hieroglyphs carved onto many obelisks might also serve a purpose beyond decoration. Some theorists believe these symbols act as codes or instructions related to transmitting energy, embedding technical knowledge in metaphorical or symbolic language. Such an intersection of writing and technology hints at a sophisticated understanding beyond mere ritual. The idea that obelisks were part of a large interconnected grid linked to the pyramids and other monuments presents a vision of ancient Egypt as an advanced civilization managing an energy infrastructure. This grid could have powered both religious functions and applied technologies, creating a network previously unimaginable. Challenges remain in understanding how this system might have worked. The effort to quarry, move, and erect these enormous stones through desert terrain suggests capabilities that exceed standard historical narratives. It compels us to ask if erased engineering knowledge or lost technologies made these feats possible. Obelisks' imposing presence throughout Egypt seems to encode a message not only of power and reverence, but also of functional purpose. Their design and placement might symbolize an energy transmission system that connected the spiritual and the practical in ancient Egyptian life. As we consider obelisks' potential role in energy networks, the question arises: what other areas reveal signs of advanced knowledge, perhaps even flight, in this ancient culture? The evidence begins to take us beyond stone and into the sky. Ancient flight and aeronautics. Amid the sprawling deserts and grand monuments of Egypt, fascinating artifacts hint at knowledge that seems to defy the limits of ancient technology, namely the possibility that Egyptians understood principles of flight long before modern times. One of the most intriguing pieces is the Saqqara bird, a small wooden statuette discovered in 1898. It measures just 7 inches long and weighs less than 1.5 ounces, yet its design strikingly resembles a modern airplane. The bird features wings attached to a slim body and a vertical stabilizer at the tail, while notably lacking legs and exhibiting wing shapes that suggest aerodynamic purpose rather than simple bird depiction. Some researchers, including Egyptian doctor and model airplane enthusiast Khalil Messiha, believe the Saqqara bird was more than an artistic representation. They propose it was a functional model glider. Messiha constructed larger models based on this figurine and found that it demonstrated remarkable gliding capabilities. This suggests the ancient Egyptians may have understood aerodynamic principles well enough to experiment with, or even develop flying machines. Such a possibility challenges the conventional view of technological progress in early history. Supporting this notion are the enigmatic hieroglyphs found in the Temple of Seti West at Abydos. Discovered by Dr. Ruth Hover, these carvings seem to depict modern vehicles, including shapes that resemble helicopters, submarines, and airplanes. While some scholars attribute these images to palimpsests, where overlapping symbols create unintentional modern shapes, others argue they indicate a highly advanced civilization with knowledge beyond what we currently accept. Beyond the Saqqara, bird and Abydos reliefs, additional carvings depict strange figures in pod-like objects with apparent wings or blades. These unusual representations, found in sites like Memphis and near the Temple of Osiris, announce a recurring theme of flight or aerial transport. The helicopter hieroglyphs, with their rotorcraft-like appearance, further fuel debates that ancient Egyptians might have mastered some form of propulsion or aerodynamic design. Despite significant skepticism, these artifacts invite us to reconsider ancient Egypt's technological reach. Could it be that the culture we know through its monuments and art was built upon knowledge that included aviation? If so, this would dramatically expand our understanding of human achievement during that era. Ancient flight theories also raise questions about lost or intentionally hidden knowledge. If such technologies existed, why is there little mainstream acknowledgement or clear historical record? Some suggest that any advancements in aeronautics may have been restricted to elite groups or secretive orders, leaving only subtle traces in art and relics. Others propose that later cultural shifts erased or suppressed these achievements over time. Whether symbolic or practical, the Sakura bird and surrounding imagery continue to spark curiosity and research. Their enduring mystery challenges scholars and enthusiasts to look beyond conventional explanations and imagine a past where flight was more than a dream. From ancient skies, the story descends back to Earth with artifacts that reveal a different kind of mystery. Advanced craftsmanship and technology expressed through metalwork, stone, and even light, mysterious artifacts, daggers, discs, and lighting. In 1922, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb revealed a remarkable dagger, unlike typical bronze weapons of the time, crafted from meteoric iron, containing significant amounts of nickel and cobalt. This blade showcased a mastery of metallurgy that many believed was beyond the reach of Bronze Age artisans. Forging iron from meteorites required advanced techniques of smelting, heating, and hammering, technology historians often place much later in human development. Tutankhamun's dagger challenges assumptions about ancient craftsmanship and suggests an exceptional level of skill and understanding. The blade's celestial origin added deep symbolic meaning. Meteoric iron was considered iron from the sky and imbued with divine power. This sacred association highlights the interplay between advanced technology and spiritual beliefs in Egypt's royal circles. Beyond metallurgy, another enigmatic object known as the schist disc, or disc of Sao, further puzzles experts, measuring about 2 feet in diameter and made from a fragile stone called schist. This delicately carved disc features 3 evenly curved lobes, separated by small drill holes and a hollow central hub. The precision and intricacy of the design suggest tools and techniques that seem far beyond what Bronze Age craftsmen are thought to have possessed. It is really fascinating that the disc's design is so similar to that of the contemporary impellers, which are used in centrifugal pumps and turbines. There are even some scholars who are suggesting that it could have been a component of a big mechanical device for irrigation, water management, or even energy production. If this is the case, then the object gives us a glimpse of the high-tech era in ancient Egypt that is neglected by the traditional narrative of their technological prowess. Taking the Dendera light reliefs located in the Hathor Temple at Dendera as an example of such mysteries, they are the ones that have been bringing the whole business light and new discussions among the experts for a long time now. These carvings show a large elongated object that looks very much like a modern light bulb, with a snake-like filament inside and a lotus-shaped base. While some Egyptologists see these reliefs as purely symbolic, others think they are indeed the depiction of real ancient electrical devices, which means that the Egyptians had access to some kind of electric light. The Dendera light theory is especially persuasive because the lack of soot on the temple coffer and walls is in sharp contrast with the smoke and dust that should have been there from torches or oil lamps. This non-existence encourages thinking that the Egyptians might have, in the case, a clean light source, possibly of nature. Engineers of electricity have made such a device that could generate light, even if it be very dim and unnoticeable, by creating replicas based on these reliefs. Skeptics, on the other hand, say that the reliefs are nothing but myths that symbolize the religion and not the technology. But then, the rare things like Tutankhamun's dagger, the schist disc, and the Dendera carvings not only invite us to think about the possibility that ancient Egypt was so advanced in its technological knowledge, all these artifacts together form a very convincing mosaic that makes a rethinking of history inevitable. They suggest a very advanced civilization whose mastery of metal, mechanics, and perhaps even electricity is only partially understood. waiting for us to rediscover it under the sands. As we leave behind these tangible wonders, the path leads toward the monumental feats of engineering that still stand as silent witnesses to skills and knowledge long lost engineering. Marvels and lost knowledge. Deep beneath the shifting sands of Saqqara lies the Serapeum, an ancient subterranean complex that houses some of Egypt's most baffling engineering feats. This labyrinth of tunnels and chambers contains 24 colossal black granite boxes, each weighing up to 100 tons. Crafted from some of the hardest stone known to man, these monolithic containers showcase an extraordinary level of precision in their cutting and polishing, with perfectly flat surfaces and precise 90-degree angles that defy explanation, considering the tools believed to have been available at the time. The sheer scale and accuracy of these granite boxes have long puzzled archaeologists. Transporting such massive stone containers through narrow tunnels and shafts required sophisticated logistical planning and engineering skill. The conventional understanding that Bronze Age tools produced them strains credibility given the craftsmanship on display. Researchers continue to debate whether lost technologies or unrecognized methods enabled their creation and placement deep underground. According to mainstream Egyptology, the Serapeum was constructed to house the mummified remains of sacred Apis bulls during the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III in the 13th century BCE. Yet, the absence of inscriptions, decorations, or any physical evidence of these bulls inside the boxes adds mystery to their true purpose. Some scientists argue that these granite containers served a different function, possibly technological rather than purely funerary. The Khafra Valley Temple, which is situated right next to the Great Sphinx, demonstrates in a similar way the enigmatic engineering skills of the time. The temple was completely made of stone, consisting of huge limestone blocks that could weigh up to 150 tons, and red granite that had been polished. Such precision was the hallmark of this structure. The biggest blocks of around 18 feet in length were transported from miles away and then fitted together so perfectly that not even a paper could be inserted between the joints. This level of craftsmanship and accuracy is, in fact, a challenge to the assumptions about the techniques used in ancient construction. The Valley Temple had further anomalies like advanced engineering features, which were square and round sockets and projecting bosses used for attaching granite-facing stones to the limestone core. These features were not found in other buildings of the same age, and thus imply that the builders had very advanced architectural knowledge and cutting tools that were not recognized by traditional historians. The temple's silence in the form of no inscriptions or decorative elements has led some scholars to raise doubts regarding its age and origins. Ancient Egypt's monumental mysteries reveal a civilization steeped in innovation, engineering, and possibly forgotten technologies. From underground temples and energy theories to flying models and advanced metallurgy, the legacy left behind challenges our understanding of history. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the mysteries of our past.